boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
All right, ready?
All right. Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna give it a few seconds just because sometimes the beginning of the recording's all fucking super loud for some reason.
Yo.
All right, let me swig on my zero. Oh shit, son!
Cheers. This did the same exact bottle.
Got that 16er.
Make sure that's on the podcast because that was like legendary. Both of us like, let's just grab the little staple real quick.
All right, let's jump into this. All right. Okay. Welcome to Long Lost Brothers, the podcast devoted to talking shit and self-improvement. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
My name is Brett Scott.
I'm Jesse Cole.
And we are the Long Lost Brothers.
Forever. Yeah. So what's up, my guy? How's your week been, man?
Really good. Hold on, let me adjust this. Might be a little too loud. All right. I feel fucking fantastic today. I don't know what it is. Because I should, by all rights, feel like shit. I ran 20 miles yesterday on very little sleep. Like I got like 4.5 hours, right? All my long runs the night before, I would have to work really late. And then I have to get up super early to get it in before, like mostly before my kids get up. Yeah. So you know, I got like 4.5 hours of sleep. I ran 20 miles, which is the longest of the training block.
Yeah.
That's for the marathon. Everything now is like a taper slowly down. You know, this is the peak. This is what you work towards. This is like this tells that your body's basically ready to do the 26.2.
My body is ready.
Dude, by all rights, I should feel like trash today. And honestly, when I first woke up, I felt kind of like sore and fucked up. Like I was like I didn't.
A little jarred.
Yeah, man. I felt like because this morning I was supposed to do a Marvel Plus podcast, and I remember it was supposed to start at 10 a.m. and I ended up like hitting my buddy up at like 9:55 and be like, let's make it 11.
Yeah.
Because I just wasn't feeling it, man. I was like feeling rough and my stomach was in like it was hurting. I don't. So I was like, oh, I guess this is gonna be what it's like after running 20 miles.
Yeah.
But then, like, I don't know. I got moving. I did the podcast. You know, I had amazing sex with the wifey last night. I think that was key. I think that was key. Telling you, shout out to the wifey, shout out to Eva because amazing. And I wake up feeling great today. And but
good
like
sex to do
that. Initially, I felt like shit. I don't know why, but I was tired, I guess. I mean, but I got a good like almost 10 hours of sleep. That helps. After, you know, amazing sex. Then I just got my ass moving. I was like, fuck, I gotta move. But once I got moving, dude, it's like this with everything. You know what I mean? Once you fucking get the ball rolling. But I remember thinking going into the podcast, like, man, I don't know how this is gonna go. I'm doing this like preview show. I don't usually do these. I didn't have anything written down
This is for Loki, right?
Yeah. And I usually have quite a bit of shit written down before I go into a
because you're not with the Marvel Plus, you're not really a freestyler.
No, the conversations is freestyle, but I always have like what I want to talk about written down and shit, you know, bullet points. If we're reviewing an episode, I always have like basically the entire episode transcribed so that I can refer back to what happened and shit like that. But I had nothing going in, and I was thinking like, I don't know how this is gonna go. It's probably gonna be a short conversation, you know, not as good as I'd like. But I went in, and luckily I did it with my good friend, and so the conversation was really natural and cool and chill, and ended up great. We did like 40 minutes, which is like more than I even hoped for, to talk about basically a trailer. You know what I mean? That's all we had to talk about at this point.
Yeah.
And I just remember I came out of that feeling fantastic. Like I was like, all right, like I'm on the roll now. Like I'm moving. And then so I did that, and then I took my kids to the arcade today, and then I edited the Marvel Plus episode and shit like that. I don't know, I just feel good. And then I'm like, I got the podcast coming up tonight with Jesse Cole, And I feel good, man. How about you? What's going on with you?
Fuck, I'm doing great, dude. I've also been having some amazing sex. Not gonna lie, it's the season, bro.
It's a game changer.
Yeah, Kimberly's over there shaking her little, wagging her tail. Yeah, it's been good, man. Yeah, and so last night or this whole week, man, it's been dope. Like I've been bodybuilding and staying on fucking track with my diet, and just making a little progress. Dropped a couple of my own little podcasts and just doing the thing, We went and stayed at an Airbnb with a bunch of our friends last night, and it's pretty wild. We had a good time. Stayed really late, and slept over at the beach. It was cool. We didn't have the kids. It was nice, man. Yesterday we trained back. I got it in fucking hard. Kimberly, not so much, but it's hard. No, just kidding. I'm talking shit. She's sitting over here, but no, Kimberly was killing it, dude. It was cool, man. And it's been cool because I'm trying to actually train like bodybuilding style, whereas before it's always just been like, let's see how much heavy ass shit I can pick up. So now it's like I'm like trying to hit like different angles and do like more different exercises and just seeing how they hit different on like a different part of the muscle. So it's been a kind of a cool thing, getting like in touch with my body in a different way, And like as I'm eating, I'm more mindful of like, well, I need to eat this because it's gonna, like, I did my workout, now I got to get these like 30 grams of protein so that I can like synthesize more muscle. And I haven't been going to the gym as obsessively, like I gotta go every single day. It's like I've been getting more rest and it's been yielding better results, because I was listening to some podcast and somebody was like, well, it's like you want to hammer on your muscles when you're in the gym, but then you want to really let them rest and recuperate so you can build a bigger muscle. So it's like I'm doing this whole like keto diet thing, this whole little podcast series about it for 9 weeks, which is probably going to get super redundant after a while. It's supposed to just be updates, on how I'm doing. They're just short though, so it ain't no big thing. But I'm sticking to that. But I'm not, like, last year when I started cutting weight, I was like super I was fasting, doing excessive cardio, like super keto. Right now it's like I'm not really super focused on like just cutting weight. I'm just focused on getting cut the fuck in. Like I just want to be the strongest, healthiest, fittest self I can, and not rush it, because it's like I'm super, like I have like this expansive fucking collection of transformation pics, right? And it's like I just want to like stay transformed. So it's like I'm not trying to yo-yo diet. I'm trying to just do what's sustainable. Like I've been, my diet has been fucking phenomenal for me. Like Kimberly's been cooking like keto food for me. So it's like I'm not just like, it's not just steak. I'm getting like she'll like make like what are those things? They're like these cheesy almond flour biscuits. So I'll have that and my like steak, and then like I've been eating like cottage cheese on the side, and I have like asparagus and like Brussels sprouts, like real shit, like real food. And like Kimberly not learning, but like cooking keto stuff has made it like way easier, because it's like not such a redundant meal plan, Like she makes stuff that's like bread with like almond flour, like just she's a wizard, She just hooks it up and like shit that I wouldn't even think to do. Like I can bake a fucking anything to save my life. I'll burn this house down before I produce anything edible out of the fucking oven, for sure, unless it's meat. Like,
are you losing weight? Are you still losing weight?
Yeah, like about half pound a day. Just it's going slow. It ebbs and flows, but I'm sub 200 now, and like all my muscles are starting to look tighter. I've been like I still got a belly, but that's all right, I'm not like racing anybody, so it's like I'm just taking time. But we fucking train abs all the time, so even at 200 pounds, you're starting to see like the top of my abs like popping out. It's like all right. I'm like I was like 199 yesterday morning. We stayed out last night, but it's cool because my friend is also on keto and she lost like 40 fucking pounds, dude. So like all the snacks and shit were like keto at her birthday, so it was like keto birthday cake. Yeah, it was nice. It was like super beneficial for me to not want to like cheat on my diet and stuff,
Oh, so anyway. I to ask you about remember that well, of course you remember, but we haven't talked about him in a while. But you had this dude that was training with you, running and stuff. How's that dude doing? What's going on with him?
Oh, Adam, I haven't talked to him in a minute. We're supposed to get together, I think tomorrow. I think he's still doing the thing. I don't think he's running a marathon, but he's been on carnivore hardcore. I know that because we have been talking diet a bit, and he's down like 20 fucking pounds. He's doing pretty good. Yeah, I don't know how much he's working out because he took on like this super hardcore job, but like a really like it's like a prominent job at the agency where I used to work, where he works still. So he's probably like stressed to the fucking nuts. I don't know how much working out he's doing, but you know, yeah, I know he hikes like all the time, so I'm sure he's doing his thing. But he's been like telling me like, yeah, grilling steaks. Like every time I'm talking to him, he's like, yeah, I've been on this carnivore. Me and his significant other have been on the carnivore diet for a while, and yeah, and they're like, you know, they do pretty good financially, so they're like, yeah, we just buy like half a cow every year, and it's like, yeah, you know, so I mean, that, you know, that's the way to do it if you're getting a, you know, and he like subscribes to like Paul Saladino kind of stuff, like, you know, he's pretty educated on all the keto stuff, and so I guess he's been sticking to that pretty hard, is the way I understand it. It sounds like he's doing good. I haven't seen him in a minute, man. To be honest, we were supposed to get together this weekend at some point. So I think I was going to touch base with him tomorrow. These cruise by, go fucking barbecue up a steak or something like that. So hopefully that happens. But yeah, man. Fucking Cascade Kingdom. Check him out on Instagram, dude. Buy his hoodies, buy his gear. It's dope. If you're into hiking, he's got some dope ass shit for you. So check out my guy, man.
Makes that PNW gear.
Yeah, Northwest Made. Yeah, we were running when we came up with that shirt I did. You fucking, you know, that's something I do miss about running, is it gets your brain fucking firing, man. I think I'm gonna this week. My partner Aaron, who's you know, he's a certified CrossFit trainer, but you know, he's one that's put a lot of, like, he taught me how to lift conjugate method. Like, he's very knowledgeable of health and fitness. Like, he's like, you know, I mean, he's a ninja when it comes to that shit. So he's writing me up like a bodybuilding protocol to hit up for, I don't know how long we're gonna run it, but I think I'm gonna this probably be the year I bench 315 and without powerlifting, because my strength's coming back quick because it's like I wasn't lifting, I was doing all that cardio, and then I was like failing to diet at all. So just like this fucking weak ass potato when I got back in the gym. I mean, that's how I felt about myself. I doubt that anybody else saw it that way, but you know, like I was like struggling to hit 225 on a bench, which, you know, for most people that's a pretty good bench, but like for me, it's like I rep that shit for 10, like no problem, fucking without a warm up, you know. So it's like, what the fuck, you know, for me to like hit it for 3 times and be like, oh, that was hard. It's like fucking, and I can barely, and I'm walking around with a limp. I'm like, man, I'm an old fucking man right now, bro. But you know, but I hit a 275 triple the other day, so that was all right, man. And I could have hit it for more, but I'm not trying to fucking like stress my joints. You know, I'm trying to do things that are very, because like it's like when load exceeds capacity is when injuries happen, right? When the amount of work exceeds the amount of you know, of focus that you can maintain with a good form, that's how you get snapped up. That's how you get hurt. So I'm not trying to do all that shit because, you know, I'm not in a powerlifting. I'm not in powerlifting. I'm just trying to get my chest fucking big again. You know, like I want kind of that look like what I had in December, but with a little less belly. You know, a little better cardio. Yeah, I was just big with that chest. Like when we got spray tan in Spokane, and I was like, damn, let's do a photo shoot. Boys looking juicy. So yeah, I feel like
the older you get, I feel like the more bodybuilder style is beneficial. You know what I mean? Like you can't really power lift when you're getting older. I mean, you can to a certain point, but like when you get 40s, you get into your 50s, you don't need to be powerlifting. You know what I mean?
Well, I just want to have a quality of life that is, you know, like you can still be strong as fuck without stress. Like, you know, I can't train. I don't want to train conjugate style right now. Like I want to train like progressive overload, you know, and probably not even shoot for 1 rep maxes unless it's like I feel like I hella have it in the bag without substantial risk of injury. Because I'm honestly, I'm just tired of getting banged up all the time when I'm training, man.
I feel like the older you get, the further you should move away from like 1 rep maxes and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like
it's like should be like fibers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. What did Matt Winning say? He said, train like you're 40, you'll lift like you're 20, right? So, or like Juan Segaldo says, train like a pussy. You know, like
Yeah,
it's
man.
like take it easy. Like, you know, like relatively, I'm pretty fucking strong, but you know, in the spectrum, I'm like in the middle of like, you know, like if you go from Thor to like fucking Bill Gates, right? Like the two spectrums, you know. Like I'm somewhere in the middle, you know. Like you know, I'm not the world's strongest man, but I'm not, you know, I ain't soft by any means. But like, um, you know, so it's like at this point, it's just like, man, I'm just don't want to get hurt again. So I'm just trying to really, you know, be philosophical about how I'm training, use my mind and be smart about it, stretching, fucking doing a lot of like single joint movements to not, you know, so when I do lift something heavy, all the joints and tendons are fucking there to fucking can carry the weight that I'm trying to like push with my triceps and my chest and my shoulders, you know, like so that my elbows aren't fucked off or, you know, just things like that. Just being mindful of that and doing all the fucking reverse hypers, not skipping days on leg days when it's time to do them reverse hypers, just to really fucking sit there and do them, because it's not a fun or a pretty or a sexy exercise at all. You know, you know, you don't see any gains from it really, but your lower back and your fucking your back's gonna be happy as fuck, and your hip joints are gonna be a lot happier like from doing it. So it's like, you know, doing those extra little things, and then like my quality of food is the best it's been in a long time. Like, you know, I still sneak in a little bit of like fucking kielbasa sausages and like a Quest cookie. Like I'm still hitting those up, but it's like my dinners are on point. My big meals are like real shit. Like I had like a shrimp salad and a fucking some cottage cheese for dinner right now, so that was on point. You know, like doing pretty good. Staying drinking that Powerade Zero X going out of style right now. So keeping all my electrolytes up, because that's something that can fuck you when you're on a low carb diet. Is like you'll lose all your salt really fast, and it's like everybody's like, oh, like everybody's scared of sodium, but it's like, man, that's the like most unused fucking performance enhancing drug they ever made, man. You're supposed to eat that shit, you
Yeah.
know. Like you know, like cows will go seek that out to lick it. And that's why we eat their fucking shit, because they're full of minerals. That's why we eat their body, you know, like because that's a strong fucking animal. So you want to eat a strong animal to be a strong animal, right? Like I don't know. That's what Stan Efferding says. He's like, that's why I don't eat a lot of chicken. It's not a very strong animal. So you ever seen a jacked chicken? No. So have you seen a jacked bull? Yeah, you have, right? So you want to be like a bull? You want to be like a chicken? I still eat chicken though. Don't get it twisted. That's just delicious. I was eating
Yeah.
some chicken
I don't know.
salsa last night.
I don't know too many buff fish either. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
fish fish gets you jacked, but it's like for the minute, like the micronutrient content. I think like what are they called? Ruminant animals like goats, fucking lambs, fucking bison, cows. You know, they have like the most like elk, red deer, all that shit has the most micronutrient dense fucking meat. Is opposition to like chicken, especially factory farmed fucking chickens and you know like factory farm fish. That shit's not really like
Yeah.
that's the bunkweed. You know, that's the brown weed of micronutrient content.
I'm gonna
In
eat a
my
bro.
all right,
I'm gonna eat a lion. Eat
fuck
some.
yeah,
You know what I'm
I
saying?
I have eaten mountain lion.
Have you?
Yeah, yeah. My brother-in-law fucking was calling in at elk, dude. He's a bad motherfucking hunter, right? And he's calling in a baby elk to snipe it with his bow, and then he's looking down, and this fucking mountain lion's coming up the fucking tree, dude. He goes, dude. He goes, that was the fastest my heart was ever fucking racing. He just pulled out a strap, blasted that fucking cat in the mouth, dude. It was, and I had some ground cougar, and
Okay.
it was, and I ate it in with some ricotta cheese baked inside of a homegrown fucking what was that shit? Like a zucchini, right? Like a big one though. And then we put it in there, and we put ricotta on top, and we baked it. It was good, dude. Probably could use a little extra salt, but it was all right, man. Kind of just tastes like ground turkey. Like to be honest, that's like the consistency of it.
Yeah.
I don't know I'm not sure what it would taste like if you were to eat like a lion steak, but
Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know. I just thought it sounded interesting. You're like, oh
oh,
yeah.
you know what I do want to try. I've never eaten rabbit, and I want to try that. It's super bad.
Really? I heard they're
Yeah,
like really lax in nutrients.
probably. But I
I
still want to eat.
heard I
I,
heard something about I don't remember what it is that it's lacking, but I heard you can starve to death if you only ate
yeah,
rabbit.
yeah. I heard that too. Like, because it has no fat on it either. So it's
Yeah.
like your body won't go into ketosis. It's just like straight fucking yeah. Like there's no vegetables and there's no carbs in the winter. And they catch rabbits, they eat them, but they still starve from just eating the rabbits. The natives, right? I heard that somewhere too. I don't
Yeah.
know if like I'm not quoting that, and I'm not saying it's 100% true, but I did. I've also heard this.
Yeah, that might
So
be false. That might be some white
yeah, so
shit.
if somebody's got the Google magic and you fucking prove me wrong, just put it in the comment section and call it a day.
I'm pretty sure that's true though. Is like, yeah, I think you're right that it lacks any fat, and that's why you would die.
Yeah,
You need fucking fat to live, period.
yeah,
So,
for brain function. That's
yeah.
why it's like, yeah, like I've been reading all these keto books because I'm just trying to keep myself gassed up on eating the keto diet, you know, like going for it because it's like it, I gotta say with Kimberly helping me like cook all my like shit, you know, and do like my meal prep, it's like it feels like it's way more fucking sustainable because it's like when you're like I'm just gonna eat steaks, it's like dude, you can only do that for so long, and then that just creates this fucking loophole for fucking for yo-yo dieting, you know.
Mhm.
It's like I don't know if I can do like and that's why I set a finite amount, but it's like I don't want to like diet down super hard and be all super aggressive and like like overly focused on weight loss, and, like burn off what little muscle I have going for me right now, and then fucking get shredded and then be the part, you know, the 9 week keto thing will be over, and then I'm fucking back to just eating whatever. Like I don't want to do that this time. Like when I do reintroduce carbs, I want to still count my carbs and keep it at like 100 a day, 150 a day. Like still be pretty low carb because I store fat super fast. Like that's just predisposed to fucking being thick. I feel like, or maybe I just don't know how to do portion control. Probably a little bit of both.
Mhm.
But you know, when I eat a bunch of fucking meat and fucking cheese and shit like that, I cut up and I feel great. So
Yeah.
is like you know, I don't feel like lazy or lethargic or anything like that. It's like yeah, like I got crackhead energy 24/7 now. It's awesome. Like I sleep, I go to bed like right when it's time, like fucking out, wake up, let's do the fucking thing. Ready to go to the gym, like and it's kind of weird because now that Kimberly's been going to the gym with me, not only is she growing a big old dump truck booty, she is also like we has to go later because she's like kind of anxious about it, you know, about there being other people at the gym. So we go at like 7. And I'm usually like, get off work, get your shit on, let's go to the gym, knock this puppy out, and we'll be done. You know, but so now it's like we're going like after dinner. So it's like, and you know, we got more time to kind of do the thing and take the break in between. It's like when she's it's like when I'm at the gym and it's like I'm away from her, I feel like I have to like kind of hurry to get home to take care of the kids and help out. But it's like we got the sitter, we're gonna go lift weights, and you know, we're gonna go do the thing. So I can take my breaths and be a little chill, and I can be a little more expansive in my workout and push a little further, and like, you know, and it's like the first week or so is like really rough because I'm not used to lifting weights. So it's like, you know, 3 exercises and I'm like, all right, I'm done. This is fuck kick my ass. But it's like I'm getting my stamina back to where it's like, okay, I can lift weights for 45 minutes to an hour now. Like that's good, you know? And that's like, yeah, I've been having fun with it. And it's like I feel good and I'm happy to be back in doing the thing, you know? So I didn't, and then it's like if it's not fun, you're not gonna do it. It's like in school, you know, like not every time you go to the gym, you're gonna be like fucking party, bro. But like, or every time you run, you're not like fuck yeah, I get to run 20 miles a day. This is gonna be awesome. You're like,
Yeah.
no, this is something I signed up for though. So
Yeah.
it's like we got a leg session tomorrow and with my hip and like you know, and I didn't know it, but my knee's a little banged up too. Uh, you know, it's a little bit. I don't look forward to leg day and not in those like since whereas before it's like people want to skip leg day because it's you know whatever they don't want to walk with being sore, but it's like if it's very humbling having to do like a leg press with zero weight on it and just doing that for massive reps just to open that joint back up. It's like man, like I should fucking squat like whatever the fuck I wanted to, you know, like Like when squat was like nothing to sneeze at, and now it's like I'm afraid to even squat the bar. Like it's just like, oh man, every day we fall further from God.
Something I'm looking forward to though, after this marathon is really getting back into just anything muscle building, anything. I mean, even calisthenics, dude. Like I've fallen away from doing basically anything but running for a while here because I'm training for the marathon. So
it takes a lot. Remember, dude, last summer I was doing all those fucking crazy workouts, dude, on top, and I was doing keto. I was fucking doing like these fast for like 3 fucking days, and then do a 6 mile run, and then be doing like fucking 100, like all our challenges on top of it. Like, god damn, I was going fucking hard last year, bro. And I see those pics from when I was like, oh wait.
Well, I was just saying that's one thing that I'm looking forward to is bringing the challenges back.
Yeah, I'm almost ready, bro.
And then also I'm starting this week.
I know. I'm not doing that shit. I'm not doing your Murph, so you can fuck off with that.
the new Murph project, which a lot of people do it, I guess. It's where I got the idea. It's not my idea.
Yeah, I hear you.
Do the Murph workout once a week, every week for an entire year, starting with Memorial Day all the way around to the other, next year's Memorial Day. So I'm going to give that a go this year. And that's one of my goals that I put on my list. Like earlier.
Yeah.
So it was like run a marathon, write a book. I got a lot of fucking goals this year, man. But
my goals have all gone like
it happens. But here's the thing, like my whole thing with goals is like fucking set them high and set a lot of them. Like because if you're working towards shit, you're more likely to do shit than if you don't at all. You know what I mean? If you just say like, yeah, I'd like to do this someday, or I kind of want to be able to do this or whatever. It's like you just never quite get around to it. You don't find time for it. But if you like write it out or even put it out there publicly, it's like then you start to like hold yourself accountable and you at least work towards it. So just like with last year, and I set this goal of running 1,000 miles, even if I wouldn't have hit the 1,000 miles, I might have got 800, which is about 800 more than I got the year before. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
I feel like if you're working towards shit, you're still doing far more than you ever would have if you weren't working towards shit. So that's why I set all these crazy fucking goals. And people are like, "Dude, why? That's so fucking much." I'm like, yeah, and I probably won't fucking accomplish all of them, but
that's all right though.
Yeah.
Hey, it's like you're still doing more than you still have the ambition and the drive to push forward. It's like this year's just been like a lot of setbacks, man. But that's all right. I'm still overcoming shit. Like mama didn't raise no punk. I'm still coming for blood. It's just not the same blood I was trying to taste initially. It's like I'm like okay, so now my goals have changed to maintain my mental health, get oriented in my new career, or same career but in my new job. Like I got I have more immediate goals than the ones that were ambitious at the start. It's like I was complacent and satisfied in my in what I was doing, or not satisfied, but I felt like that was all dialed in, and fucking surprise, fucking life threw a curveball, and that's all right because life happens, man, whether you want to or not. Some things you don't got a choice about, and that's all right because I grew from all of that a lot more than if I had a ran a marathon, having to deal with all this shit in my personal life and with my career. I've ran a marathon before, but I've never had to exit myself from some toxic shit to get into some fucking things that are going to make my life more livable. That's a huger step to me, fucking bench pressing 800 pounds to me, because it's like me not walking away from something toxic by choice is something I've never really been able to do, as a person. So for me to do all that stuff, that's bigger than any fucking physical feat that I could ever accomplish for me. Yeah. So and that was not a goal on the list, but that is something that needed to be done. And I'm stronger and wiser for that. And it's like my mental health is exponentially better because of the change of environment that I created. So it's like that wasn't a goal, but that is fucking priceless. You know, it hurt and it was hard going through it. And it's still, you know, I'm still in the adjustment phase, but man, that's huge. And that's a blessing that all that happened. I was able to ascertain that. And, you know, I'm still working to get dialed in with what I'm doing in my new job. But man, like, I feel very confident that I could kill this and I want to. And, you know, and like things that I think that I have, they get that imposter syndrome about. I'm starting to realize I'm not an imposter. Like, I could do this, man. It's like I'm not as dumb as I play myself out to be, you know, or that I think that I am, or that I've let people tell me that I am, that I've coded myself in my DNA with this little dog behind his tail. But it's like, no, dog, that's the old you. You've come up, man. Like, you know, I got to give myself that self-talk, because sometimes it's like I'll be just getting in this shit like, I don't know what I'm going to do. It's like, yes, you do. You're going to fucking rise to the occasion like you always do, man. You're going to fucking sack up and handle shit, because that's how it is. Because, you know, that's what I'm going to do. That's who I am now. You know, I'm not the dude that runs away from responsibilities anymore. I'm not that guy that slacks the days of pulling his work. You know, I'm a driven motherfucker, so shit's going to happen. Right? Like, and so it's like now, like, you know, I don't get to run that marathon, and that's a fucking bummer. Like that, you know, like that eats at me every time I fucking think about it. Like, I get this fucking little hairs on my neck saying, you know what? I am gonna run this fucking marathon. I don't give a fuck my hip. But I, you know, then I start walking with a limb, like, oh yeah, but maybe not. You know, like
that's the reason why I set different kinds of goals too. Like, when I start the year out, I anticipate that some shit might not go my way, right? So that's why I've also got goals when it comes to podcasting. That's why I've also got goals, like I said, I said I was going to try to write a book this year. That's why I've got a goal of taking the family on vacation. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, if something happened where my physical health got fucked up and I couldn't do the physical things, I could still work on the book. I could still work on whatever it is, going to more therapy sessions, or taking my wife on dates, or, you know,
yeah, me and Kimmy have been doing a date night.
What's up?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I was just saying, yeah, me and Kimmy have been doing a date night. That's been dope, man. Every Wednesday we go have dinner and hang out, and yeah, that's super dope. That's important.
I miss it. I'm not gonna lie, and it takes a toll. You know, my wife is very protective about like who she will let watch our kids. Basically, there's no one that lives around us that can watch our kids. Like, the people that my wife trusts to watch our kids live an hour away. So now that, you know, this whole year with COVID and school being out, like, we haven't had fucking just date time. All we've had is like, once the kids go to bed on the nights that I'm off work, and we watch like shows together. Like, that's our date night.
I mean, and you know, but you know, it's nice. Like, let's get dressed up and let's go out. You know, like,
yeah,
like that. That's different, you know.
It sucks because we had it at the beginning of last school year. The first half of last school year, it was like the first time all of our kids were in school. Like, our daughter, our youngest, was finally in school, so it was like, oh fuck, we can go do shit. Like, you know, school is its own little babysitter. You know what I mean? It's like, you know, you don't have to worry about where your kids are, hopefully. But we had set it up where every week we were going out to the movies, we were going out to lunch.
Yeah, that's dope.
And it did wonders for our relationship. Like, for like 6 years, we didn't go on dates for real. Like, it was tough. Like, every once in a while.
Because you don't want to get away from, you know, like that's your wife, but you don't want to get away from being the boyfriend. You know what I mean? It's like, you know, like, it's almost like, you know, so as a dad and a husband, we're not married yet, but, you know, for all intents and purposes, I'm Kimberly's husband, right?
Yeah.
Other than a piece of paper that we're yet to sign and have a party and, you know, whatever. Other than the ceremony, like, you know, we live together, we're raising kids together. This is our family. You know, her kids call me dad, you know, like, we're, you know, I'm her husband in my eyes. So anyway, so it's like, that's cool, because it's like, you know, we pay the bills, we take care of shit around the house, we prepare dinner, we get the kids to school, make sure the babies, you know, all the husband shit, right? But you have to also be able to do the boyfriend shit, like bring the flowers so she's pretty, you know, like take her out on dates, you know, give her that little sexy time, you know, make her feel appreciated as a woman and not as a mom, you know. Like,
that's the thing. It sucks. Like that's the thing you have to watch out for when you have kids is that you don't just become parents. Like that's who you are now. It's like, oh, we're like, who are you? Oh, I'm a dad. Oh, I'm mom. Like you got to still be you and in love with each other. Like not fucking, not just like the person who's the mom of the same kids that you're the dad of. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
It's easy to fall into that role though. Like, of yeah, just going to work, coming home, taking care of the kids, dropping the kids off, doing this, doing that. You know what I mean? And then that's who you are.
It becomes a monotony, and you can almost grow to resent it. Not that I'm in that stage of it, but it's like, man, like you know, it just becomes another job, right? It's not, and you know, a relationship is work, but you know, you're with this person because you love them, because it's like, that's my heart, that's my, you know, that's my fucking girl. Like, you know, I get goosebumps when I think about her, kind of thing. And it's like, that's how you felt when you met this person, and I still want to maintain. Like, you know, me and Kimberly are almost 3.5 years deep, and I'm still like super infatuated with her. You know, like I'm never gonna, like, I know everyone and not feel that with her, and like this winter, I didn't feel like any kind of way like between me and her, but it's like we're getting run down in that monotony, you know. And there's some other toxic shit going on in our household that had to get corrected, and you know, we fixed all that, and you know, life's beautiful again. We're going on dates again, and doing to like have family dinners and shit like that, you know, like that's important shit, you know.
To remind yourself, you know what I mean, that of the relationship there, like, yeah, however often you do it, whether it's, you know, you have a weekly date night or a monthly fucking outing or whatever the fuck it is, like, but it's important to remind yourself that, like, oh yeah, like this is the person that I chose. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and not just a person that I'm living with. Like, you have to do it. That is part of the work of it, is reminding yourself. You're like, I need to take some time and fucking make it about us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, 100%.
So I definitely miss our dates, and I hope that, you know, now
man,
the fucking yeah,
man,
we'll get them back.
Like me and Kimberly both work Monday through Friday, so we try to make like we go out on the weekends, you know, we start friends and stuff. But it's like Wednesday night is like our night that we're gonna go hang out and have dinner and whatever we're gonna do. And you know, we kick it, and it's about me and her, and us, like, you know, focusing and talking about our relationship, and just, you know, just being in love and holding hands and just, you know, making each other laugh, and, you know, just taking my girl out on a date. And so that's been like so cool, man. I've been just, and it kind of just started happening. We didn't really plan it, but I realized that Wednesday is like halfway through the week where you're like, you know what, fuck everything. Like, so we work Monday through Friday, so it's like, you know, like there's this thing, it's like the most Google searches for new jobs is on Wednesday, right, of every week, because after that it's like, Friday's almost here, fuck, I can get them. But, you know, Wednesday was like, I've had enough of this shit. So I feel like that Wednesday is just a good day where it's like, okay, let's go cut loose and just enjoy each other and take a break from fucking worrying about X, Y, and Z, right? And mom and dad and fucking who's gonna do what and how the kids are doing in school and all that for 2 hours, and just worry about us and how we're doing in our mental health, because, you know, the better you can swim, the better you can be a lifeguard, right? So it's like that's huge for both of our mental health, I think. So that's been cool, man. Oh yeah, speaking of mental health, started back. I mean, I got a new counselor, and man, I don't know if it's gonna work out with this lady. She does not seem very. I'm not down in her. I'm gonna give it a try because I've only talked to her on the phone for like 40 minutes, but. And honestly, I just want to. Like right now, things are going fucking awesome, but I just want like a monthly check-in with a counselor just in case things start going south. So I got somebody on deck that's objective, but yeah, she seems super disinterested in conversation. She's like, things are going good. Okay, so what can I do for you? I was like, it's like, I don't know if have you read my previous diagnosis? Like, you might want to check on some of those. Maybe fucking do a PHQ-9 check-in. Ask me how I'm fucking doing. I don't know. Shit. You're the counselor, lady. What can you do for me?
That's the thing about counselors, man. I mean, it's just like any other thing. Like, you know, if they're not a right fit,
yeah,
you gotta one that is like it's like any other person you would hire to do something for you. Like, you know what I mean? Like that's a job that you're hiring them to do, like to be your counselor. So it fucking if it doesn't fit, there's a million of them out there.
Well, okay, so in my little social services job that I have, we try to encourage somebody to go to 3 sessions with a counselor or a primary care or whatever. And if after 3 times there is just not for you, and you stuck it out, you gave it a solid try, and you go to the next one. But it's like you can't, it's like maybe she was just having a fucked up day, and we just hit it wrong, hit it off wrong, and it was over the phone, so it's super impersonal, and it's fine, But I'm skeptical of her abilities. She's not really she ain't Annie, I'll tell you that. But anyway, so I got that thing dialed in, so that's cool.
Well, what's going on? Sorry, I had people who are watching. You see, I just moved around a whole bunch, but I had to, my phone was about to die. I had to plug that shit in. So, now you said you watched that movie finally from last week.
Yeah, no remorse.
Without remorse.
Yeah, I can't even get the title right. Without remorse. It was good. It was a good ass movie though. Yeah, Michael B. Jordan is a gangster.
I love that dude, man. I mean, he just about everything he's in, I like. Like, there's no.
Yeah, I think that Kimberly was super tired and fell asleep, but I was on the edge of my seat all the time. I was like,
yeah, I have. I'll be honest, like,
it's in the trailer, so I'm gonna give it away. But when he rams in that car and then jumps in the burning car and gets old boy, I was like, this is some gangster shit. Okay, I'm in.
Honestly, that's the best part of the movie. Like for me, I've heard people before I finished watching it, I remember I started that movie one night, and then the next day, I was halfway through it and I had to shut it off. The next day, I saw a person on Facebook saying how amazing it was, and they were comparing it to. Have you ever seen Man on Fire with Denzel?
Yes.
Man on Fire is fucking phenomenal. I love that fucking movie. And
Denzel, I don't know if everything though.
People don't know this. Man on Fire was a remake. The original, it was a white dude, and it was like in the 70s. And it was the same story. Dude's name was Creasy, and the whole same story pretty much played out. But it wasn't Denzel. Well, Denzel's version is so fucking diabolical, man. I love it. I love the shit that he does in that. And I absolutely love that movie. So this dude was comparing to that. I'm like, oh shit, so we're gonna get more of that, because I'd already seen the scene where he gets in the car with the dude, the burning.
Yeah, that's on the trailer. So,
and that does remind me of Man on Fire.
Yeah,
like the type of shit that dude would do. If you remember in Man on Fire, he was in a car with this dude and he was like cutting his fingers off and shit, like interrogating him. Yeah, and so after that dude said that, I was going back in expecting more of that to keep happening, like him tracking down bad guys and shit. And I'm like, oh no, this just became basically a Tom Clancy story. Like he, is like it's like a military movie. Like he's going in and he's fucking, shooting guns and blowing shit up. Yeah. So it was good in that respect. I just think it was like any other fucking.
It's an action film.
Yeah, action military. Like
it was like you could have put Arnold Schwarzenegger in that same and made this movie in the 80s and it was the same fucking thing.
Yeah.
But it was badass. Michael Jordan's cool. They had him in prison. It's very up to date and smooth. Like.
Did like that scene though when the guards are coming in his cell.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? He like fucking looped himself up with water and shit.
Man, hey, look, okay, so I have like a little bit of a criminal history. Okay. So
what?
I know this dude, right? He's been to the Supermax prison gang of times, and he said he wanted to get out from one prison, and they're like, "Oh no, you're getting out in this other prison." He had all his friends waiting for him to pick him up at the other prison. That's where he thought he was doing his time. He thought he'd get released there, right? And they're like, "Oh no, you're getting released to this place because this is where you're serving your probation at." So anyway, he's like, "Fuck you, motherfuckers! I won't leave. How about that? I'll just stay here until you let me out from here." What are you gonna do? Come on in. And dude, he said he fucking covered himself in Vaseline so he'd be greasy. And he's just fucking fighting him. He said they got this fucking shield that is a taser too. So like, so they all just. It's a thing. They all just walked in. He goes, man. He goes, I thought I had. He goes, I've done this a couple times. He goes, they got him to my shit. He goes, they all just came in like he goes, they came in like Spartans, and then they just hit me with this shit and just electrocuted me. He goes, I was like, fuck you, motherfuckers. And this dude is like not a good person, like super crazy individual. Like I don't want to hang out with him, but this is a story he told me. It's probably true.
Great story.
He's a crazy fucker, like infamous gangster ass motherfucker. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. But yeah, so it's similar to him putting that water everywhere and throwing the water on the floor. It's like, oh, he's making a slip and slide for these motherfuckers. Okay, I see what he's doing. Yeah, then wrapping his hand up so he don't break his hand. He starts cracking these fools. It's like, okay, like this is kind of He should put Vaseline everywhere, but
that was my favorite parts. Was like the everything leading up to that final mission that he went on, which ended up cool. I mean, I guess the story was kind of cool. It was like, basically was participating unwittingly in starting wars.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the whole thing that like they were involved in was like keeping wars going.
Yeah. There's like, some covert operations and shit, like some black ops. And then, hey, so Tom Clancy, what's that video game that's named after him?
Rainbow Six.
Yeah. Did you see at the end?
No, what was there a Rainbow Six reference at the end?
Yeah.
Was it after credits? Or was it?
It was when he met up with old boy at the end. The blue herring, the guy that everybody thought was gonna be the bad guy. They was sending him on the missions and all that at the start. They thought was like the bad guy.
And there was a Rainbow Six.
He said, I want to start. It was good to have you back. He said, I want to start a team. So it's something about Rainbow, and I was like, oh, I was like, I don't really know that much about Tom Clancy, but I heard that shit on TV somewhere. It's like I was like, is this gonna allude to like the video games and be like a thing like that?
Yeah. Rainbow Six. It was. I believe it was originally like a novel, and it probably turned into a series, and then it became like the video game series and shit.
Yeah. It's I think they're gonna tie all that in and make a little Tom Clancy Rainbow Six universe.
I'm a big I'm a big Jack Reacher fan. You probably see me putting out these fucking videos that I do and shit. But Jack Reacher is another one of those like novel series characters, right? And he's this like ex-military cop guy who he's basically a bum. He travels the United States like he's literally like he don't have a house. He don't have anything. He wears one pair of clothes. He owns nothing.
Sure. It's 2021. It's 2021, and we call these persons experiencing homelessness. All right. Thanks. Be woke.
So he's a hobo, and he travels the United States. He refers to himself as a hobo. So
I'm fucking with you.
But yeah, it's a book series. Like many of these other book series about this fucking, ex-military fucking hero guy. But he just basically his story is he just travels the United States, randomly rides buses and hitchhikes and shit, and finds adventure or whatever. Always ends up in a situation where somebody's trying to kill his ass, and then he has to take him out. But so I'm a huge fan of this book series, and I'm even on my YouTube channel. I'm doing like
I see you.
Yes, go check it out. I'm doing breakdowns of the novels, like each one. I've read them all a bunch of times, but I'm going back through them now and like breaking them down. And so there's a new series, a new Amazon series coming out. I'm pretty sure this fall. So I think you're gonna become a fucking Reacher fan too, because once you
TV show.
Yep, on Amazon Prime, and the first season is going to be based on the first book of the series. There's like 20 some books in this fucking series.
So it could be infinite if it starts hitting. It could go multiple seasons. Okay.
Yeah, it's a massively fucking successful book franchise. Like it's fucking huge. It's huge. I get most of my YouTube views because of that. Like it's fucking huge. So Yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to in terms of like books turning into series on Amazon. That's gonna be fucking dope.
Yeah, you should. Was that Woman in the Window? Was that Netflix? Or was that Amazon?
What's Woman in the Window?
Oh my God, it's this movie that we watched. It's fucking wild, bro.
Yeah, I haven't seen that.
I think it's a Netflix original, but yeah, you might check that out. That's an adaptation from a novel.
I want to watch that. Army of the Dead. Have you watched that yet?
I haven't. Is that on Netflix or is that on?
Yeah, that's a Netflix, and it's a Zack Snyder.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to watch that. I might watch that tonight. Actually, that sounds like it might be the move.
It's like connected in the same universe, I guess, as Dawn of the Dead. If you like that, like Dawn of the Dead, Zack Snyder did back in what was it, early 2000s. That was fucking so. That was like at the time I was like, man, zombie movies are played the fuck out. And this was even before Walking Dead. I'm like, they're playing this shit out. Too many zombie movies. But then Dawn of the Dead came out. Oh, this is good.
The Walking Dead went of the ilk of fucking the Arrowverse. Like by the end,
I was there with you years ago. I actually gave up on it for a while. Like I was like, man, okay. But I recently went back.
Like, I don't care about any of these motherfuckers anymore. I just lost interest. I was like, I don't care. I hope they all get eaten by zombies. It should be over.
You probably really wouldn't care.
Coral.
Probably wouldn't care at all now because even even old boy, what the fuck is his name? What's
the sheriff, the main dude?
Fucking gone. He's not on the show anymore.
Yeah, Coral's gone too, right?
Gone. His daddy's gone. Everybody's gone except Daryl.
And Daryl's the motorcycle crossbow dude.
Daryl's there. And Negan. Since Negan came, that dude's still around.
Yeah, he's like a secondary character that came in like season like 24 or whatever.
Yeah, well, actually, cool, man. Negan was the main villain for like 3 seasons straight. And then he went through this whole fucking process. Then the show jumped forward like 5 years. Like it was just like 5 years later. It's like, what the fuck? And Negan has now become one of the good guys. Like it's fucking crazy. It's fucking crazy. Anyway, I got back into it a couple months ago. I was like, I'm gonna rewatch these seasons. Like I'm gonna watch these seasons that I missed and catch back up. It's not bad. I mean, it's good fucking storytelling. So I don't know.
My sister was super into it, and I know it's based on a comic, so I cut it some slack because I try to like not shit on things that are based on comics, but just out of support for comic book fucking lore. But
you know what's cool about that is the comic book. So the guy Robert Kirkman who wrote The Walking Dead and also writes Invincible, which if you haven't checked out Invincible,
I'm lacking.
Amazon Prime.
I'm lacking.
God, dude. Well,
it's like Time Suck. I know it's gonna be good. You knew Time Suck was gonna be good, but you're just like, I just gotta wait. I gotta let it get seasoned, and I gotta be late to the party so I can just watch it all. I'm just like, all right.
Yeah, Invincible's fucking incredible. But same guy who wrote the Walking Dead comic wrote Invincible, and he ended that comic book series like brilliantly a couple years ago because he ended it without telling anybody he was ending it. Like it was just the end. Like issue came out and it was the final one. Like it wasn't like get the final issue coming soon. Like it wasn't like that. It was like you're reading the comics each month. You're reading the comics, and then it was like, wait, what? What? That's it? It's done? Like so.
That's good though.
He passed on so much money by doing that because when you build shit up, like it's going to be a big event, it sells a lot more. You know what I mean?
Then nobody's be mad if however you ended it. You can't. Yeah, it's like Game of Thrones. Everybody's been big mad at the end, but like, so like. Bitch, he wrote the book. This is his story to tell, motherfucker. You don't like the end? Sorry. He only gave you 8 fucking years of not unmissable fucking TV, fucking sacks of shit. God damn. He gave you dragons. He gave you he gave you the mountain. What is wrong with you people?
Well, that was another one of the arguments.
Prince Joffrey.
That was another one of the reasons that he did that, like ended the comic without telling anybody.
I don't blame him.
Because he was like, if they build up expectation and shit like that, like no matter what I do, it ain't gonna be good enough. So just fucking end it, and it worked really good for him. So fucking, I don't know, pretty smart. I thought it was pretty smart.
Man, they're coming out with a prequel to fucking Game of Thrones, The House of the Dragon. That shit's gonna be gangster. Won't miss an episode. I'm a Game of Thrones fucking fan, big time. That shit was hard as hell.
I loved it. I loved it.
I don't think Kimberly was too into it, but I think if we rewatched it now, I could get her to like it. But,
maybe.
I got HBO Max. Might as well crack that bitch open, watch it again.
I did it that way. I watched all of it right before the final season came out. Like I watched.
Well, and I didn't have Wi-Fi because I was living in the country, but we had HBO, and so they're playing all of it, and as a build up to the final episode, and I was like, "Well, shit's getting fucking thick." When the Mountain and the Hound fucking duel it out at the end, it's like, "Oh shit!" And like, yeah, there's so much to that. Like, and then it's like that's how I found out about Thor Bjornsson, and then he's like, "Dude, have you seen that guy lately?" The Mountain.
What about?
Oh my god, just fucking shredded. Fucking,
oh yeah.
He broke the fucking Eddie Hall's world record of the dead. Like he's the biggest deadlift in the world now. I don't remember what it was. It's like the 1100s. Like fucking so much weight. But I think it's like 1,200 something pounds to be honest. But anyway, he went on Stan Efferding's fucking vertical diet and got super fucking strong and fucking shredded, dude. And now him and Eddie Hall are gonna have a fucking boxing match. That's been the works for a minute, and then like Larry Wheels and fucking Thor were like fucking sparring on Instagram. I was like, what world are we on?
I heard about that. I heard about it on Rogan, and he was like breaking it down and critiquing their fucking fight. He's like, these guys can't fucking fight. What the fuck? He's like, this is gonna be dumb. Why are they doing this?
Yeah, it's just because they're the two strongest fuckers in the world are gonna throw hands. Yeah, like,
I mean, why did Logan Paul try to fight? He's like, it's a spectacle. Why the fuck not?
Yeah, I'm like really worried about those guys hitting each other though. They're both fucking huge and they're both on a lot of fucking gear, bro. It's gonna be fucking wild. Yeah, that's gonna be scary. Like one of those dudes could fucking die for real. Like those guys are gonna hit. Like even technique or not, those guys are so fucking strong, dude. Like they're so like I don't care like who Mike Tyson. I don't know, like his form, technique, all that shit, perfection. Like just blunt force, the Mountain. Like he fucking could pick up like the back of a pickup easy, bro. Like rep that. That's what they do in their competitions. Like rep fucking the back of trucks and shit. Like they're crazy fucking strong. Like this is not like normal. These are not normal human beings. These are not normal people.
Fucking Thor's hammer.
Yeah, this is like a real, like, these are real giants that are really going to fight. Like, this is going to be some fucking crazy shit. I think it's just going to be whoever lands a solid fucking hit first is going to the other person's probably going to take a fucking nap.
Yeah. Likely.
That's my opinion. And I think it's going to be Thor because his reach is so much further. And I'm not, and I love Eddie Hall. I'm not trying to shit talk him at all. You know, I'm like, he's a fucking bad motherfucker too, but it's just like the reach is so much more. He just has a longer fucking stick to stab you with, you know?
Yeah. He's like, what? How tall is he?
Like 6'8".
Yeah. And Eddie Hall is what? 6'4" or something?
Yeah. They're both big guys, but fucking, you know.
It's funny, because you see Eddie Hall standing next to some of these guys, and it looks like he's short. You know what I'm saying? Like,
put him next to like Brian Shaw, fucking Z, and fucking I can't say his name. It's like he's arguing about it's some fucking Czechoslovakian shit. I think I can't remember. I'm not trying to be like shitty. I'm just not that much into fucking strongman. And then and you put him next to fucking Thor, you know, and Brian Shaw, and then Eddie Hall. It's like two big guys, and then there's like me standing next to him. You know, like that's Eddie Hall, and he's powerful as fuck. But, you know, he's just not as big as them, as tall as them, you know? But, I mean, he's one world's strongest man. Like, he's been, like, the UK's strongest man like every fucking year running. Like he puts on like his own show and fucking goes and beats its ass too. Like it's very strong dude, you know. But what's crazy with all those dudes is like that Thor's doing different now is he doesn't have to all those guys like sleep with like fucking sleep apnea machines because they're just so big and heavy. And even though fucking I know that fucking Stan Efferding says that, you know, bodybuilders and shit should also do that just to increase oxygenate their blood because it's like there's so much more mass than a normal person. It's like the Mountain, I don't think he has to do that anymore because he's just been on this like bodybuilding athletic diet and lost so much fucking weight. Like, and then he's not lost like muscle, just like got jacked. Like he just doesn't look like a fucking he looks like a boxer right now, like a bodybuilding boxer right now, instead of like a strongman competitor. You know, because
really,
I mean those guys
fucking bodybuilding boxer, yeah.
So that's crazy. And then also John Jones, I think we already talked about this. John Jones is training with Stan Efferding to put on all that mass to go up to the fucking heavyweight. And
said that.
That's crazy. So Stan Efferding's a pretty fucking he's in the mix, you know. He's doing his thing. He knows about like getting fools in fucking optimal fucking nutrition. If they follow what he's doing, you know, that vertical diet is killing shit. So yeah, like that might be something I would look into if I want to put on mass. Like right now, I'm just trying to stick to what I'm doing, but that's a diet that one is just so particular. Like 3 times a day, you drink 3 ounces of fucking orange juice to fucking aid digestion, and you eat the Monster Mash. Then you have this, like it's like you have a small bite of cheddar cheese at this time, and it's like very
way too much. Like way too much.
It's a lot, but if that's all you're doing, you know what I mean? If your job is to be a professional athlete and, you know, nutrition is like one of the cornerstones of fucking performance, then all right. Like, if I have like enough money to pay the dude for it, why the fuck not?
Yeah.
You know, it just seems, but for me, that just seems like so much fucking work. It's like, I don't even like counting calories. I'm just like, all right, well, I'm just going to eat the bread. I'll eat the fucking vegetables for me. And it's like, I just make sure I eat a lot of meat to support what I'm trying to do physically, you know? So, and then just like, don't like make sure you're not cutting off the fat and just keep your fucking salt and your fucking potassium high, and keto, you'll be good. You'll be golden that way. So for me, that's what I'm doing. I'm kind of taking like the Mark Bell approach. It's like, I don't got time or energy or brain power to give to counting calories and all that. I'm just like, if it has more than like 5 or 7 carbs, I'm probably not gonna eat it. You know, that's kind of what. And then it's
like at this, I'm all about keeping it simple. Like I don't even count calories. I don't fucking use MyFitnessPal anymore. Like I'm not saying I never will if I'm going for a specific goal, but for a while now, it's just been like.
I wouldn't mind seeing a swole Brett.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, man.
I've seen a lot of shredded Brett. I want to see a thick Brett.
I don't know if just being thick anymore, dude. I mean that's not. I mean, like this idea of like bulking, getting big. Yeah. Like I'm cool with growing some muscle back. Like I'm definitely interested in that. But do I need to get all fluffy and shit? I don't know. My wife kind of likes it when I'm a little chubby, but I don't feel as good. You know what I mean? Like
I feel it. I know, like it feels.
Just feel a little fucking sloshy, a little fucking like uncomfortable in my skin. Like I like to just be, I don't know, bigger than I am now, but
you're healthy as fucking shit right now, dude. Like I'm like you're not in bad shape. I know that. You know, I remember when I was truck driving, it was like it was not a good combination for me. Like like
I could definitely stand to put on some muscle mass for sure. Like, but I'm cool with like my body fat level where it's at. Like, so if I could put on a little muscle,
I wasn't trying to get like bulk like my ass. Like I don't even bulk. I just get depressed and fat and then try to work it off.
Bulk like bulk and skull. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that kind of bulking.
No, like Oh, I was just saying, like watching you like start hitting on these calisthenics and shit, and then fucking, you know, up your fucking your macros on some protein. Like think you like because you're lean as shit. So any weight, any muscle you put on is gonna look really fucking cherry. Like
Yeah. I get back into lifting too. That's the thing. It's like like I said, I want to transition back into more calisthenics because I've gotten away from them. But then I really want to get back to incorporating fucking weightlifting. Basically, my weight set is a storage area right now. So that's one of the only things keep me from lifting. And so after this marathon, that's the plan is to like clear out that area. That's a big goal that me and my wife both have because we both want to fucking get in there and lift. Because my wife used to be really into like lifting too. So I want to get back into that with my wife. I want to be able to make that a part of my life again because I miss it. I love fucking lifting weights, dude. I love it. I love it. It's what got me into fitness and shit. Like I love doing it. It feels fantastic.
Yeah. I know, and it's weird because I went through this thing where it's like I have to go to the gym, but now it's like I want to go to the gym. Like I get fucking cunty waiting to get to the gym. Like fucking come on, Kimber, let's fucking go. Like I'm ready to fucking handle some shit, you know. It's like and I don't even take pre-workout if I'm working out at night, so it's like it's just like my natural want, you know. It's not like I'm fucking jacked up on a bunch of caffeine. I'm just like no, I'm just ready to go fuck shit up, like you know. Like it's cool. I get better workouts on the weekends, obviously, because it's in the morning. Then I'll fucking take like pre-workout or some shit. So I'm like all jazzed up. Sorry, just lighting fireworks this Memorial Day. I'm sorry if you heard a boom.
I was like, what the fuck was going on?
Yeah, it's probably too. It is Memorial Day, so they're doing fireworks. But yeah. Anyway, on that note, I think I'm gonna wrap this thing up because everybody's lighting shit up because it's getting dark out here.
Yeah, dude, this is the longest episode we've done in a while, dude. We just hit over an hour.
Yeah, I know. Kimberly's giving me the look too, so it's time to.
We're chatting. We are chatting. All right. Shit, man. Follow Jesse at Cole with a K.
Yeah.
On Instagram at Jesse Show, right?
The _Jesse _show. And also, just real quick, all these little podcasts I've been doing, I've just been loading them onto the IGTV. So if you don't feel like following a link, just go to my fucking Instagram. You could, you know, get that little hitter, get that show. It's only 10, 15 minutes. Come check it out, man. You know, if you like to sit there. For some reason, my Facebook, the Jesse Show, will not load the fucking videos. But if you're looking for the link, it's right there. Or the link's in my bio on my fucking on the _Jesse _show Instagram. And if you want to go to my YouTube and support that, that'd be awesome. But you can get that shit there. So. Yeah, just want to follow along my little journey.
Yeah, do that.
Right. And then the Daily BS.
YouTube.com/Daily BS. I try to put out videos daily. You can follow the Marvel Plus podcast as well. It's everywhere podcasts are. And I think that's going to do it, man. I'll talk to you next week, Jesse Cole.
Yes, sir. We'll see you then.